It is finally time for me to get some fitness content onto my YouTube channel. So you're coming with me and we're gonna go hit a chest and back workout. Let's go. Luckily, my apartment complex has a decent gym. Oh, got some dancing going on this morning. So here it is. And we got the whole place to ourselves. First things first, I'm starting off this gym session with 10 minutes of cardio. Doing it on the elliptical because it's pretty low impact. This year, one of my big goals is to avoid injury. I've had some problems with my lower back, my shoulder before, so trying to stay limber by getting the heart pumping and the blood moving. Get warm before the workout. I think one of my issues in the past is I've gone into my workouts cold a lot of the time, and it's a good way to get injured, especially as you get older. Turning 35 this year. I've been working out for over a decade, probably close to 15 years now. I'm one of those people that kind of go hard for 3-4 months and I take some time off because I travel and I'm up and down. But for the most part, I've been playing sports and an athlete and do a lot of hiking and stay in relatively decent shape. But here we are, we're in January, it's 2025, and trying to get in the best shape of my life by the time I turn 35 in June. So this is the beginning. So I'm gonna finish up this cardio, do some warm-ups with the band, and then we'll get into the workout. All right, so now it's time to get the shoulders and the back warmed up. Whether you've been working out for years and years or you're a beginner, I highly recommend getting some of these bands. I think the kit on Amazon is only like 30 or 40 bucks, but these are fantastic. Okay, let's get into it. So hopefully you can see from that angle. I'm gonna jump in here. And first movement I'm gonna do to warm my shoulders up is just come wrap it around the pole here, give it a little bit of tension, and just come straight out. Keep my elbow tucked basically against my ribs there. And then I'm just using my shoulder to rotate out. I think this helps with your rotator cuff for your shoulders. Like I said, I've been working out for a long time, but when it comes to the actual names of muscles and those kinds of things, I don't really know. I just lost count, sorry. Do around 10 on that side, and then we'll come to the other side. Then we'll do 10 here as well. 1. Getting some clicks in my shoulders there. So 10 per side. Then we're gonna come down. Probably can't see the floor, but I'm gonna stand on the band here. Give myself a little bit of tension. And then for this one, we're starting in this position. And same thing, we're keeping our shoulder in one spot and we're just rotating back. And we're doing this one for 10 as well. Super important to make sure you get warmed up properly before you work out. Because like I said, the older you get, the injuries just start coming, and all of a sudden you wake up wondering why you're sore every day. This is part of it. We'll do 10 on this side. And I'll cut some of this as well, because if I go through every single thing of this workout, this video is gonna be an hour long. And I know you don't wanna sit there and watch me work out for an hour. Now I'm gonna show you how I warm my back up. So it's the same thing. We're wrapping this around here, but now I'm gonna face the bar, and what I'm doing is just pulling up this way, and I'm really focusing on using my back to pull this up. There, and then do this for about 10. You're probably wondering, Derek, why are you warming up your shoulders? Well, I want to protect them. And when you're doing chest, and I do a little bit of body weight movement as well in my workouts, so I want to warm them up because you end up using them when you're doing pushing movements. And you do a lot of pushing movements in this workout. So that's my little band warm up. Let's get into the weights. I have to apologize because you're probably hearing some background music. There's actually a little dance class going on next door, which I didn't expect, but we'll do our best. Hopefully you can hear me clearly with my mic. So the first exercise I love to do is incline. Gotta hit those upper pectoral muscles. So I just do 3 sets. Well, for the first workout, I do 4 sets because the first one is just a warm-up set, get the chest warmed up. There we go. Can't believe how sunny it is. Never like this in Vancouver. So we'll do about 15, a little more high volume, just to get warmed up. There we go. Then we'll move it down to about 155. I'm actually tipping the scales at about 180 right now, so I'm trying to get down to 175 or so. I'm doing anywhere from a minute to a minute 30 rest periods. The lower the working set, if I'm lifting super heavy, let's say 4 to 6, then I'll probably take a minute and a half in between to try and regain that strength. But if I'm doing more higher volume sets, anywhere from 10 to 12 or 12 to 15 on those days, then I just take 1 minute rest period in between. Okay, first set, first working set. Let's get into it. Elbows tucked. Arch it back a little bit. 1. 3. One more, go for 12. Okay. That felt good, so we're at 155 pounds for 12, and I think I'm actually going to bump it up to 175. So I probably had 14 in me there. Take another minute rest, and we'll get into the second set. All right, ready to get into the second set. Going for 175 now. Okay. We got 10, 9, one more. Okay, I'm gonna take my 1 minute rest, hit one more of these, and then I'll meet you for the next exercise. Next up, we are hitting the cable pec fly. So I got these kind of just below my shoulders because we're trying to obviously target our chest. If you put these too high, then you get your shoulders working too much and it's not as much chest focus, but this is a really good one for squeezing and building that striations across your chest. Not that I have any right now, but that's what we're going for. Just got it set on 9 aside. Okay, here we go. We're really focusing on pulling with the chest and squeezing at the top. Squeeze. I want to go nice and wide coming back out. One more. Really hold that squeeze. All right, we'll jump into the second set. Go for another 10. So get out, find that tension point. There's one. I'm gonna get wide. 2. 3. Two more. Okay, 2 sets done. Oh, it looks like we got 2 more people coming in the gym, so it's getting a little busier, a little bit more noisy, but hopefully it doesn't affect the video too much. So I'm gonna finish up my last set here. Then we will jump into some push-ups. So the third and final exercise we're doing for chest is elevated side-to-side push-ups. So I just got this little step-up thing. It's a little bit lower, I think, than an actual bench. So we're just getting a little bit of elevation. So I'm gonna jump into this. Then we get in a push-up position. Framing's good, perfect. And so what we're doing is we're gonna go down on each side individually. So here, turn our head to the right. Focus on the left, up with the left. Head to the left, focus on the right, push up with the right. So this is really being able to get deep into that chest and focus on one side, makes it heavier. So I usually get about 8 of these off. That's 2, 3. You're also flexing your core here for stability. And it really turns into such a good whole body workout, keeping your body tense. I don't know what I'm at, lost count because I'm talking. Oh, there we go. It's honestly probably one of my favorite chest exercises, even more than bench press or anything like that. People don't realize how good of a workout you can get with just your body weight. And especially if you're putting the focus just on one arm or one side, then you're really making it that much more difficult to do the movement. So for me, I'm 180 pounds, so you're lifting 180, plus you're only using one side, like one arm when you're doing the push-up. So yeah, I'm gonna take a little longer, 1.5 minutes. Rest break for these because they're a little bit tougher to do. But yeah, feeling pumped up already. Okay, jumping into set 2. And we're gonna try and keep it in that 6 to 8 range. If you wanna make it a little more difficult as well, you can do negatives, which is going slower down, making the movement slower, so you have more time under tension. All right. 1. Getting hard already? 6. One more side. So even if you can even feel my back already starting to bow in a little bit, because you got to make sure you keep your core tight while you're doing this exercise. That's why I honestly think it's even better than a bench press. Because you're having to essentially flex your whole body. You're keeping your weight up when everything is wanting to be forced down. I'm going to catch my breath, finish up this last set, then we'll jump into some back exercises. First back exercise is the mid back row. It's a great one. We're going to be targeting right up in through here, and kind of the inner side of the back. I like to grab on the inside bars. Pull my shirt up so you can hear me. Sorry, the treadmills might be a little loud behind me. I get this in. And the same thing, you always want to be squeezing, and we're trying to focus on pulling with our back. Not using our arms as much. Our hands are anchors, and we're just pulling with that inside of the back. Full stretch. 8, 9, 10. Whew. One more. Good squeeze. 12. Whew. So I'm only doing 2 back exercises. We just do the mid row, and then after this, I'm going to do some pull-ups. I find for back, you don't have to do a ton. Some people do 4 or 5 exercises. Some people also mix in deadlifts, those kinds of things. It can be for your hamstrings and your back. I think I said earlier that I have been having problems with my lower back. So I have been mixing in some lower back raises, but I don't have that machine here. It's at my other gym that I go to regularly, Club 16. So we're gonna skip that, but I will do a little bit of stretching at the end. So I was lifting 175 pounds there. So we're gonna actually go up to 195. go for a hard 10 for the second set. Let's jump in. Yeah. Squeeze. Yeah, 2 more. Feels good. Whew. Okay. Awesome. That is a perfect weight. So I'm gonna take a little out of breath, trying to get in better shape here. So I'm gonna take a minute and a half, do one more set of these, and then I'll meet you up the pull-up bar. The sweat stains on the hat are in full force, and it's time for our last exercise. Got my handy little step up here because I'm 5'9" and 3/4, so you can't always reach the top. I don't feel like jumping. Like I said, trying to stay injury-free this year, you know. A lot of people would argue that this is one of the best exercises of all time, the pull-up. And it really helped me get strong and get a good base, my upper back and my arms too. I'm not gonna go super wide. I kind of go medium out here or so, and we're working more on that top section. So that last row was more kind of on the inside middle. Now we're kind of more up on the lats, top outsides. And this one, it's always a little harder. Can maybe get 4 to 6 because it's a full body weight exercise. Make sure to get your chin up over the bar. 1, slow back down. Pulling with the back. 4. I got 1 more in the tank. 6. Whew. Also didn't realize how much harder it is doing a set while you're talking to a microphone. Usually I'm trying to save my breath. But yeah, like I said, this is one of the best exercises of all time. And you got your frickin' back, your arms, your shoulders, maybe a little bit of lats, lifting your entire body weight. And the same thing, you want to keep your core tight, keep that tension around your body when you're doing it. So for this one, we're definitely taking a minute and a half rest in between to try and regain my strength. So a lot of times I do this one, it's like I can get 7 on the first one, then it's 4 and then 4, because it's the very end of my workout and you're just using so much strength to try and pull all of your body weight. In that first set, I think we just got 6, so we're gonna go for 5 right now. See if we can make that happen. Yeah, 1 more. We got it. Got the 5. And I'm not gonna lie, I am feeling pumped right now. So I'm gonna take another minute and a half, hit 1 more set, and I'll catch up with you when we do some stretching. And that's a wrap on chest and back. So with the warm up, with 3 chest exercises and 2 back exercises, we are at about 44 minutes, which is the perfect amount of time for me. You don't need to be in the gym 5 days a week for an hour to an hour and a half, killing yourself in there. If you can get there 3 to 4 days a week for a really good 40 to 45 minute workout and your diet is okay, you're gonna get in great shape. I just did legs yesterday, so I'm gonna get a good stretch in here on my lower body, my back, and a little bit of my upper body. And then we'll go and take the tarp off, as they say, and show you what my pump looks like. Here we go, every gym bro's favorite moment of the workout, taking the pump cover off, seeing how you look at the end of a workout. So there we go. I'm not really used to doing the whole flexing, showing my body off on camera, but I feel like I got a pretty solid pump. I'll show you. There's the chest, the side chest action. Always had a pretty decent chest, but I'm trying to work on filling the upper portions up. And then we'll do a little back flex here for you. And there it is. Yeah, pretty happy with that. Yeah, I'm feeling quite pumped even in my arms and obviously the back and the chest. Starting to see a little bit of veins. That's when I can tell I'm getting into the whole fitness workout mode. I think I'm sitting at around 20, probably even 25% body fat right now if I push my gut out. So the goal by my 35th birthday in June is to get back down to like 10%, 12% body fat, maybe 170, 175 pounds. I'm around 183 right now. But yeah, we're only just about at the end of January, so I'm feeling pretty good so far. Well, I hope you enjoy coming along for that workout. I am going to keep the fitness videos coming so I can hold myself accountable and hit my goals by June 6, 2025. I want to thank you again for watching and make sure to like and subscribe for more.